headed to work, and I'm not happy about it. But I wanted to make a video because I got some recent pickups I want to tell you guys about. I have the phone stuck to the window with bubble gum. That way I can pay attention to the road and talk to you guys. It's like you're sitting in the seat next to me, which isn't creepy at all, I don't think. We're not going to use the blinker because that's annoying. The pickups I got recently they're a bit different. They're not gaming related. They're not movie related. They're not dental floss or tissue. I always do my dental floss and tissue reviews on my other channel. But it's something that I love, and it's a little bit out of my realm. Books. Now hold on, the comic books. So they have pictures, so we're good. What if I was driving and I was like, oh my god. Guys, are you excited for The Amazing Spider-Man? But I was driving. But you guys would be like, maybe you wouldn't. But some of you would probably be like, turn, you're not looking. Alright, now we're back to driving. Morning traffic. How you doing? How you doing? You guys, you want to know honestly, and I'm going to get to what I picked up, I promise. But you know what I do? My wife thinks it's hilarious. Is whenever I'll have to show you when we stop. My wife thinks it's funny, but she always, thank you, but she always dips down the seat real far when I do it, but she laughs every time. Like, this happened. This recently happened. We were coming out of Subway, and now I'm gonna try to talk like this right now because these guys right here are looking at me. I don't want them to think I'm talking nice. So, hey, how you doing? All right. So we were coming out of Subway, and there was like a four-way stop, but there's no stop sign. So it's kind of like whoever gets there first, right? And I clearly was there before this chick, and she started going before me and cut in front of me, and was looking at me and mad like it's my fault. So she's looking at me. So just because I really don't care. I mean, she just cut in front of me. You see what I'm saying? Is that a cross one? I don't really care. It's going to take 3 seconds that I have to wait. Who cares? But just to be funny, I made her, she gave me a dirty look, and instead of giving her a dirty look, I just went like this. And then she was like, and pulled off and pulled away. That's funny to me. That's funny to me. Anytime something like that happens, I'm just always like, I just bounce around like I'm really mad, but really I don't care. I mean, come on. I've got Subway in the car, headed home. What am I mad about? Recent pickups, guys. 2 comic books. Now, are you guys like me, and maybe you want to get into a comic book, a series, but you don't want to be lost. You don't want to have to, like, I went into the comic book store and I was like, hey, I hear Avengers vs. X-Men is really good. He's like, yeah, the new one just came out. And I was like, what number is it? And he's like, it's issue 67. I'm like, okay, no, I'm not buying or reading the 66 previous ones I want. So I got online, I looked up some ones that had just started that were supposed to be really good. There are 2 that just started, and they're both really good. So if you guys want to get into one before it gets, and the one they're only going to do 6 issues. So, and that's cheap. $4 a pop, 6 times 4, it's only like $37. So the first one is a familiar character we all know. No, I'm lying. The second one is, I'm going to do that one second because I'm feeling crazy. The first one is written by it's Marvel. It's written by Mark Millar, who has written some big events in Marvel history, including one of my favorite events, the Civil War, which was, since this is a gaming channel, the premise for Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. You guys missed out on that one? Yeah. And it's actually drawn by the guy who did Watchmen. It's called The Secret Service. Now listen, this is really cool. This terrorist cell, right? Where are you? There you are. This terrorist cell, where are you? No. Is, for some, they have an agenda against, all the good guys in the world. Their agenda, what they want to do, is they are trying to kidnap famous actors from popular science fiction movies and television shows. They're going after the Star Wars. I know, just bear with me. They're going after the Star Wars cast. They're going after the cast of Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica. And it follows this guy who works for Her Majesty's Secret Service, a secret UK government agency. And it's his job to go after him. Also, it's about his bum loser nephew, who he thinks has potential, kind of like, and it's the same guy, Mark Millar, who wrote Wanted. If you guys read or watched the movie Wanted, then you know that character is just something big is destined for them. They just can't get out of their own way. You know what I mean? They're just kind of hanging out with the wrong people, the wrong crowd. So it's about him sending his nephew to this spy school to learn how to become a super spy like him. And also about these. There's only been 2 issues so far. And I think they're monthly. Called The Secret Service. Really cool. Guys, we're talking cheap. They're only $2.99. These are good reads, bro. These are good. The second one is the new Spider-Man called Spider-Men. This also only has 2. This is monthly. There's only going to be 6 of these. What happens in this is Peter Parker, the Spider-Man that we all know and love, if you want to get technical, from Earth 616, that alternate reality, the famous one, the one we all know from our childhood, gets bit by a radioactive spider. That one, he gets. Dude, the comic books are crazy. Mysterio is messing around and like causing rifts in dimensions and junk, and he gets put into a dimension, another alternate universe, with Ultimate Spider-Man, who's a black 11-year-old kid. That's Spider-Man Ultimate, Milo Morales. And so it's about them, 2 Spider-Mans, it's 2 Spider-Mans working together to take down Mysterio. Very good. Actually, the second issue, which is the most previous, the most previous one, it's the most previous one, is the most recent one, has the first time they meet each other and they fight, and it's awesome. It's really cool. Plus, you might be in the Spidey mood because Amazing Spider-Man's coming out. You guys gonna see it? I am. Not because I like comics, but because I like Emma Stone. I don't really care about comic books. That's what I was going to say. I didn't go over this. Can you tell? I'm stumbling over my words. Is it surprising I didn't practice this video before I did it? But in my head, on the way out the door, I was like, I'm going to tell them, this is out of my realm. I don't normally do comic book stuff. But then I got to think, is it really out of my realm? They've seen my game room where I do most of my videos. They see all the nerd. My wife said one time, we got married, she moved in the house, and she's like, this looks like a nerd came in here and threw up everywhere. And I said, it's exactly what it looks like. Thank you. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was going for. Babe. My wife, man. She gives good wife. So these are really good too. The Secret Service and then Spider-Man. And if you're still listening, you apparently like comics, because if someone who's like not into it, they're like, I want to know how he feels about Lollipop Chainsaw. They've already left. It's just us now. So that's it. It would be kind of cool. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you right now. I never am. I never am honest with you. I lie to you guys all the time. It'd be really cool to do these style of videos on my way to work every day, because this is better than listening to the radio or an iPod. Especially my wife's music on there. It's like, do you like any bands other than Chevelle? Okay, you like Breaking Benjamin. You know what my wife told me? I love her more than anything. Well, I love her and my daughter more than anything on this earth. But I was flipping through the radio one day and I was like, ooh, Poison. She's like, I hate this kind of music. I hate classic rock. I like all types of music. Weird stuff, mainstream, not mainstream. I said, I guess it's a classic rock, yeah. I was like, well, how do you feel about like true classic rock, like Led Zeppelin? She's like, oh, don't even get me started. And I still married her. I don't know, Anyway, I would like to do, this would be fun to do, this is more interesting. This makes my drive less safe, but more interesting. And really, anything interesting is not safe. I love roller coasters, but there's a 1 in 1.3 million chance you're going to die on a roller coaster. But I love them. I'm dangerous. I I'm crazy. You know, I'll eat something and then immediately go swimming because I don't care. I live on the edge, man. All the mattresses in my house, none of them have tags, bro. Okay, you know, I burn the candle at both ends. So maybe I can do videos like this where I just talk about stuff that's on my mind while on my way into work. There we go. I think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe they won't get very many views, but none of my videos get any views anymore. And I'm blaming it not on my content. No, it's YouTube's fault. Honestly, though, that was obviously being very sarcastic. It is really YouTube's fault. But I could be putting out better stuff. We all could. And we could all help each other out, too, I think. Now I'm just getting on a rant about the gaming community here on YouTube. And that's not going to happen. Not today. The Secret Service, Spider-Man. They're cheap. Go to your comic book store and get them. Alright, guys. I'm Maverick 10. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'm out of breath. Ah! No, I'm just kidding. That was headphones.